welcome back to Switch to Linux with the business section of the news. Don't worry about that title behind us. It's going to go away in a minute. I just want to kind of start out here just indicating I did release a new book. I'm a Christian author, if you are interested in that. And I was actually just kind of happy about this one. When I released my book, it became the #1 in Christian soteriology. So that ranking probably will not last super long, but you can go check out the book. It is on Kindle Unlimited for the first 90 days. It will be available on Kindle at $2.99 indefinitely. I'm going to keep it over there. But go ahead and have a look at that book. And also, before we get started, we are talking about A2 Hosting as our affiliate for the day. If you need a business website or a website for a personal indication, you want to host your own email, set up your own Nextcloud, all these type of fun things I talked about on the channel, I use A2 Hosting. They are a great hosting company, and you can get started with them pretty cheap. And definitely take a look at the affiliate link down below. Like I said, I use these guys for everything, including about 35 of my clients are over there as well. So definitely have a look at that affiliate link, which is tlm.li/A2H. And now on to the business news. So the business news today, the first is Amazon. Can we get rid of this stupid ad? Jeez. Thank you. Apparently I can't. All right. Well, anyway, the advertisement actually gets in the way, and people wonder why you run ad blockers. Amazon now demands selfies from delivery drivers to combat fraud. I don't really think this does anything. You know, I have a very, very irritating story about Amazon and their delivery stuff. So, of course, I ship the vast majority of my Amazon stuff to a pickup location. If that fails, I send it to the post office box. When I rebuilt my computer here for doing my live streams and my video production, I needed to order about $600-700 in computer parts. Well, they couldn't drop off to the pickup location. They couldn't drop off the post office box. They're like, we need a home address. All right, fine. Give them a home address. The thing's like, it'll be there Sunday. Really? So, okay, be there Sunday. I am literally sitting on the couch, which is, I can do this and touch the door, is how close I am to the door. Those morons came up and dropped $600 in computer parts on the front step, did not even knock on the door. Morons. Didn't even knock on the door for a box of computer parts. I found out it was delivered when I'm literally checking the email every half hour, and it finally says, oh, it was delivered. Really? I've been sitting on the couch right next to the door. $600 in computer parts. They don't have the common courtesy to drop, to knock on the door when they set the box down. Or maybe they just heave the box out at the door. I don't know. But anyway, the idea here is to prevent your delivery drivers from stealing your stuff. And so they're basically at random times, they might want to say, hey, we need to do a snapshot, do a selfie so we can confirm you're the identity. This is kind of like, they had another thing where they had to take a picture of when they left the box. What does that do? All the guy's going to do is set the box down, take the picture, and then pick the box up and walk off with it. Doesn't accomplish anything, but hey, it makes them feel better about themselves. Now, if you say it was never picked up, you say, oh, see, we have a picture of the guy dropping off the box. Yeah, do you have a picture of the guy picking it up again? But anyway, this is what Amazon's trying to do to your Amazon Flex drivers. Prompt them to take selfies. They do warn them, don't take a selfie while you're driving. Well, thank you, Amazon. Not sure this does a lot. They're just kind of basically confirming, I guess, that 15 different people aren't using the same app, I guess, or the same account. I think that's kind of their plan. All right, well, if you're still a Windows user, God bless you. If you happen to use external USBs anywhere on your computer, don't expect your Windows to install the next upgrade. Apparently has a problem with USB drives and SD cards in your computer. If any of those happen to be in your computer, your update will simply fail. So apparently what you need to do is pull all those drives out of your computer and then go ahead and update it and I guess put them back in. I don't know, not completely clear. But anyway, these amazing Windows 10 auto updates, they fail if you have a USB drive in your computer. So the great news is if you are sick of your Windows completely upgrading itself, just slide a little USB drive in the back of that thing and it will never update. Woohoo! Bonus! 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 So, hey, Windows, absolutely. So we talked earlier before I started recording this about the Streisand effect very briefly. This is kind of old, but. So I reported last week that the Galaxy Fold had some problems, and I had a couple people in the comments sit there and go, "Oh, well, it's just a couple stupid YouTubers broke the screen." No. That's actually not the case. Samsung recalled all of these. It was a few people peeled off a protective layer off the screen because, like every phone you've probably ever purchased had a protective thing that you pulled off the screen. Well, they had a thing on there, and so a few of them pulled off the screen. That did damage to a few of them, but there's actually a lot more of them that broke outside of that. Okay, what they did is, what would happen is with the Fold is things would get down there and you'd unfold the phone and it would kind of crack and break the screen from behind. And so all of these things were recalled. There were only a few hundred of them sent out. They were all recalled. But before they were recalled, somebody passed their phone over to iFixit. So iFixit did a teardown showing a lot of problems with the phone. They actually even highlighted where the vulnerabilities were. They indicated ways to probably make it better. And then Samsung comes down and demands that they take it down. Oh, is Samsung stupid? Of course, it is already in the Internet Archive, if you want to see it. It is already in the Internet Archive. And because Samsung wanted to kind of be jerks, you can better believe that this is going to be the most widespread teardown you'd ever see. Now, iFixit did take it off of their website. They did it not because they were scared of Samsung. They did it because they wanted to maintain a good relationship with the person who gave them the phone, and that person could have been at risk of losing his ability to get demo phones from Samsung. And so they said, yeah, sure, we'll take it down. Not to mention the fact it's already on the Internet Archive, and since Samsung tried to get it forced to take down, now it's like the most widespread teardown there ever was on iFixit. So yay, let's all applaud Samsung for their mass amounts of intelligence in how the internet actually works. They tried to do the same thing with their Note 7 explosives as well, but that didn't work out well. This one just makes me scratch my head and go, what have these ISPs just lost their ever-loving mind? So, of course, with the California wildfires, you may have remembered the story. I think we might have covered it. I can't remember. But what happened is there is or was some degree of thing written into the Verizon plan that if you had Verizon in an emergency situation, you were a registered emergency personnel, you would not have data caps. And they went ahead and metered and data capped all these firefighters' phones when they're on the front lines trying to battle these raging fires. And this prompted some fast legislation in California to ban the practice of throttling or capping data on any frontline emergency service personnel. The ISPs are mad about this throttling bill and are now battling California over it in court. So that I guess that your frontline firefighters cannot actually engage in their job and do appropriate communication. Are these people just asking for the entire public to hate them even more? I mean, they always are the most hated companies that there are in the industry. I mean, that's that, but... So yes, Verizon is kind of leading this, and this website is really annoying. Every time I stop the mouse, you can't see it, but every time I stop the mouse, there's this big yellow pop-up that gets in my way. All right, so California bill would prevent the internet providers from throttling mobile connections of public safety organizations during emergencies. It's facing opposition from the lobbying firms. See, guys, here's an idea. Just shut down the firms. Make lobbying illegal. Period. We've solved almost every problem in American politics. Now we just got to get the incumbent morons out of the Senate and put term limits on senators and Congress people. Do that. Get rid of lobbyists. I'll tell you, those two things will clean up America real quick. But yeah, the ISP lobby, they are trying to battle this rule, basically saying, I don't even know what their justification is. The ISP lobby just needs to go burn. Maybe Maybe we should burn them with fire. I don't know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? But for our feature story today, yeah, this is another head scratcher for me. Elon Musk says Tesla will allow an aggressive autopilot mode with a slight chance of a fender bender. What? So they're putting together their autonomous plan. They kind of want to get autonomous cars available by the end of the year, which is very terrifying for a car that likes to accelerate into the back of parked fire engines and median dividers. Now they want to set the degree of aggressiveness of your autopilot so that if you have it set to the higher degree, there is a slight chance of a fender bender. You know what, guys? This is kind of like that whole libertarian debate. You know, hey, drugs shouldn't be illegal because if I want to mess up my body, that's up to me. You know what? That ends because the fact that when you mess up your body and thousands of other people are constantly messing up their body with the drugs, it does affect the rest of society. This is why I'm not a libertarian. Okay, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a liberal, I'm not a libertarian, I'm a complete independent. The reason I reject libertarian view, which is different from liberal, libertarian basically says there should be no laws and restraints on people. The biggest reason I don't like that is because addiction is a thing. And if you allow somebody to test some things, they will completely destroy themselves in it. And for the betterment of society, if everybody who just wants to destroy themselves goes ahead and destroys themselves, we have a bigger burden on society, and that's a problem. And so I just have this weird thing that some things actually should be illegal. I'm for a lot of government regulation. This is kind of like that same thing. If you want to take your Tesla off-road somewhere and be a moron with it, you have fun. I don't care. But still, it may still impact us. But when we are all driving down highways together and you have your car set to a more aggressive stance so you can get home 3 minutes faster and you risk damaging my car, now we have a serious problem. And I'll tell you, if I get hit with a Tesla on autopilot, I'm probably going to sue the entire company. This is insanely stupid. So the idea, of course, is there's different settings. You can set the setting to very light, very aggressive. And if it's very aggressive, it has a small chance for a collision. This gets back to this question of liability. You get into a little car accident, who is liable? Well, if some computer is doing all the stuff, are you going to say, oh, it wasn't me, it was the autopilot? Well, I have a problem. I still need to fix my car. Who is paying the bill? I was driving down the road very safely within the speed limit with both hands on the wheel, paying attention to my surrounding when a rogue, insane Tesla car goes MadMaxing its way through the aisles and bashes into me. Who's going to pay the bill to fix my car? This is the problem. They need to think this stuff through, and regulators need to think this stuff through so that they can keep these dangerous vehicles off the road. On top of that, let's not mention the fact that these Teslas sometimes like to explode. Far more than vehicles do. And I don't really need an exploding MadMaxing car driving down the LA freeway bashing into things like a pinball machine. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Does this terrify you? Is this amazing? Is this exciting? Is this like a carnival ride? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, you can help support the channel. Have a look at the links above me or in the description down below, and follow along on the social media if you would like to get updates when we are pushing out new videos.